Hey guys, my name is Jeff Rojas and I'm a commercial and editorial photographer based in New York City. I'm here today on behalf of B&H to introduce the new Sony a9II, Sony's newest camera to the Alpha line with speed built in mind. Ultimately, if you're looking for a fast camera, this is going to be the one for you. So let's talk about tech specs, and I want to walk you through all the new improvements we're seeing in this specific chassis. What you get with the Sony a9II is a 24.2 megapixel camera with 693 points of phase detection autofocus, which covers 93% of the imaging area, ensuring that you have the ability to accurately track your subject wherever they are in your frame. You're also getting a camera capable of capturing images at 20 frames per second, with autofocus and auto exposure making 60 calculations per second. And that's really gonna help those of you who require speed to capture your images. You're also getting an E-mount camera, which provides you access to 55 native lenses that Sony has released to date. Sony was kind enough to let me borrow this camera and bring it out anywhere I wanted. So I decided to bring it out to Chelsea Piers here in New York City and photograph their hockey team. Now, let me be the first to admit, I'm not a professional sports photographer, but what I was able to do was understand this camera on a very unique level, a chance to photograph things at fast speed in a way I've never done before. Hockey is a game of fast action, fast pacing, and fast shooting. And as a photographer trying to keep up, it can be incredibly difficult to follow that small puck in such a large area. But that's where the a9II really shines. What you get is a camera capable of shooting 20 frames per second and a blackout-free OLED so that you never miss a moment of the action. Now, one of the things I think a lot of photographers miss is the importance of certain features. Now, as a working professional photographer, I've used certain features to help me nail the shot. So as an example, autofocus is gonna help me ensure that my image is in picture sharp detail, and I focus on things that matter, like composition, so that I can take beautiful images and less so worry about those less complicated details, like getting that picture sharp focus detail. I'll let the camera do that. Now let's talk about how this camera is better than its predecessor. So right off the bat, enhanced connectivity and file delivery. Those are two vast improvements over the previous model. The Sony a9II enables gigabyte connection speed, which will provide you with a more stable and faster connection than we've ever seen before. You're also getting a much faster wireless connection at a 5 gigahertz band. That's going to be incredibly beneficial for those of you working at a news agency or just shooting sports on the fly with a team. Also, you have the ability to attach voice memos to your clips in the event that you're working with an editor. For those of you that are working in the field, you can use Imaging Edge to transfer and tag your images with your voice memos by transcoding them into text and including them into your metadata. How awesome is that? So one of the things I love about Sony is that they pay attention to your feedback. They're constantly trying to figure out how to improve their technology and their cameras in a way that makes your life easier. So the a9II is no different. It's going to be inherently different than the previous model by making small changes based on your feedback. First, I'd like to note that they've upgraded the dust and moisture resistance to meet the needs of even the most challenging outdoor environments. Sony has provided better weather sealing along the body seams as well as the battery compartment and the media slot. Second, they've improved the grip configuration to make it more comfortable, especially when you're a person like myself with giant hands. That small little detail makes a massive improvement, especially with things like fatigue. Next, you get an improved button design. So those of you that owned the previous model will quickly notice that they've increased the diameter of the autofocus on button and also increased the sensitivity. They've also refined the multi-selected joystick design and completely redesigned the shape and position of the rear exposure compensation dial. Now, that may not seem like a huge difference to many of you, but if you're a professional photographer and you're working all the time, ergonomics is so key to buying a camera. You want to make sure that you're comfortable out on the field, and you want to make sure that you have less fatigue so you're able to shoot for longer days. I'd also like to note that you'll be happy to know there's two media slots. Both are compatible with UHS-1 and UHS-2 SD cards, allowing higher overall capacity and faster read-write speeds. The last update that I'll go ahead and note is that the digital audio interface has been added to the camera's multi-interface chute, which is going to help you get cleaner, clearer audio recordings. And that's it. If you guys have any questions, particularly about this camera, leave those in the comment section, but also B&H has amazing live chat support. Reach out to them as well. I think that's a great opportunity for you guys to be able to ask those hard-pressed questions that I'm sure you wanna go ahead and know. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Jeff Rojas on behalf of B&H. I hope you have an incredible day.